Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Dead Cells. I said when we finished the game known as Into the Breach, we'd probably return to Dead Cells. The action RPG roguelite, I mean it is an RPG, so to speak. With the frenetic combat system, the wonderful lighting effects that you can see on our main screen here. I had started playing this, I don't know dude, to be honest with you, I kind of like lost all track of years. Was Dead Cells last year? It must have been like the spring of last year or something like that. I played it for a couple of months. Great game. It's still in early access, but it's coming out soon, supposedly. It's gone through a lot of updates. Oh my god, there's already a daily run. What's up with that? And unlike most daily runs in Slay the Spire, at least, none of them are talking about, hey, cracking the egg. Anyway, we're going to do a new game. I remember a little bit about Dead Cells, just a little bit, so don't expect amazing things to happen here right off the bat. Oh my god, 40,000 gold immediately. But I'm excited to revisit it here. There used to be a man who would come here and he would talk to me. Oh, he's up there now. I noticed your achievements, if that's what you want to call them. You have something to say? I've completed 10 runs, as you can see. The reason we stopped playing Dead Cells in the first place... Ooh, you get a choice now? Ah, excuse me, sir. KO shield. Stuns blocked enemies. Stuns like... Okay, Avil, just get out of my face for a second here. Stuns blocked enemies. Stuns last longer when you parry. We also get throwing knives and assassin's dagger. Give me the... I like what we got right now, but I would like to swap. There we go. So backstabs do more damage. The reason we stopped playing Dead Cells is runs became a little bit too gameable. What are you? So I'm hoping that there's a little bit more variety and, dare I even suggest, a little bit more difficulty as well. I honestly don't know what I've just done. Some kind of speedrun room? So you've come looking for a bit of a challenge, eh? Thumbs up. Around here, only the best of the best. The cream of the cream. What am I saying? The elitist of the elite managed to achieve an honorable score. Do you think you're up to it? Is this a daily? In that case, head down and defeat the level's boss as fast as you can while scoring as many points as you can manage. To help you out, you'll find equipment along the way, but some of those items might be locked. Maybe the collector has something to do with that, who knows? And don't forget, the shortest path is not always the path to victory. Alright, I don't know what I've done. But let's go for it, dude. Oh my god, it's so loud. It's been a while, one sec. Oh my god, I forget so much of Dead Cells. I might be turning it down a little too much here. Already, took some damage. Remember, there's a Bloodborne mechanic here. Which is... Oh, I'm poisoned. Which is, when you're hurt, you get a brief window to hit enemies and recover your HP, which is very useful. Epic Scroll of Power. Improve your 3 stats. All 3 of them. That's new. When it says improve, does it mean improve by 1 level or improve by multiple levels? I don't know. So we only have 5 minutes here, so I was like, originally I was thinking maybe I would, ooh, let's go. This dude is definitely dead. Originally I was thinking I'll just leave. Oh my lord. And as a result, not have to do it, because it feels like to start your Dead Cells career, what are you? Nothing? To start your Dead Cells career, or at least a resurgence of the career on a challenge run, seems a little backwards, wouldn't you suggest? I'm gonna try to learn here. So we got our grappling hook now as well. Remember, these weapons, they have special abilities much of the time as well, so there might be something attached to this grappling hook. Plus 30 damage on a bleeding target. Plus 30% damage on a bleeding target, I should say. Amethyst. Whoop. Well, I'll tell you one thing. This is a daily run. We're a little bit behind schedule because I saw... Oh, we got a temporary bonus for some reason. We saw that there were people with scores in like the thousands. So again, I don't know if this is the daily or something completely different, but I'm happy to be back, you know? Oh, is it just as long as you keep the combo going? Nah, it just lasted a certain amount of time. Okay. Assassin's Dagger 2. Ice Crossbow. Absolutely. Hook me up with that Ice Crossbow. Seems decent. Playing other games has given me a chance to rediscover what it is about Dead Cells that's cool, and I'm hoping that you know, the principal problem that we suffered earlier was the fact that the runs were basically, and you know, there's variety. It's the case in any roguelite. You get out what you put in to some extent, but we were running into the situation where, like, on the regular, I was just running runs that were like, hey, here's 2 amazing grenades. And you just spam those over and over as quickly as possible and hope for the best. And usually, at least as we were getting close to the end of our quote-unquote Dead Cells career, we were just rocking it, you know? We were going down in an earlier round, and Sugar were going down swinging. You know it's true. So, no, you fool! We're doing more damage now because we're wounded, but the downside of that is that we're also wounded. What are you? Torch, bow, and infinite arrows. Extra damage on a burning target. You gotta feel like this is probably our right call, right? Grab this. Oh, but you have to replace the... Nah. Don't switch it up. You're already in a good spot. Just grab your items. I kind of like this distilled turbo version of the game. I'm not suggesting that it's going to be a definitive way to play the game, but you know what it is? It's a nice way to remind myself of the mechanics of Dead Cells before I just hop, like, immediately right back into the thick of it and maybe find myself suffering a little bit. Please, God, tell me curse chest. I don't think so. I'd rather not. So we've gone in the wrong direction. I don't know if it's going to be plausible to get to the boss. If you don't remember curse chest, basically, you're at 1 hit kills you until you complete some kind of objective that's set out by the game itself. Gotta be honest with you. I think I've gone far too slow to have a chance here. Even if we made the boss with a minute left, I'd be skeptical about our overall chances. I know we got the bonus right now, but I'm trying to, you know, it's the best of both worlds here. Interesting approach to a challenge run, just giving you like a set amount of time. Oh, do we have like a doubled bonus? See, now you're speaking my language. We can get, you know, bonuses that are multiplied by each other. I understand your strategy to a slightly greater deal. Okay, who's our boss? Do I even recognize you? The incomplete, well, this guy's not so bad. Can I beat him in 40 seconds? I don't know, there's a chance. In theory. Never mind. That being said, I don't think we did a terrible job there. You're dead. Too bad. Score. You've climbed to position 185. Okay, fair enough. Start again from the prisoner's cell. Although if we abort the... No, we should be fine. We should keep all our gold. I don't know if we need it for anything, but we should keep it anyway. Alright, good reminder of just what the heck goes on in Dead Cells to begin with. Get that mouse pointer off the screen. Get it out of here. Only 15,000 gold this time. Life goes on. Alright. Grab your weapons. What do we want here? Hayabusa boots. I remember these. Last hit of the combo inflicts area damage, pushes enemies back. Double-notched bow shoots 2 arrows at once. Assault shield charges forward while blocking. Alright, boots and arrows, I suppose. Boots and arrows. And we immediately got some healing, which we're not going to use. So one of the things that's super cool about Dead Cells, and again, forgive me for the retrospective to some extent, but I have never seen that enemy before. I'm kind of, I'm giving it as much for your benefit as I am for my own. It has like the best, oh, it's just a previous unit whose model has been reworked. It's got one of the best combat systems of any roguelite ever made. The combat feels different between weapon types, and it feels like an actual, like, beat-em-up or a real 2D side-scrolling action game, at least. Instead of, in most roguelites, you know, not to be rude, but combat is like a means to an end. So I'm going to take, oh, brutality, tactics, survival. They all give you extra damage and extra HP. It's just for a specific kind of weapon. That's cool. Give me more brutality and the medium amount of health, because we are using a red weapon right now. So I know that they reworked their mechanic system, but I wasn't sure how they had reworked it. This is neat. You got almost like faction bonuses instead of what it used to be. Well, we do have enough gold. We'll consider it. Just give me a sec here. It used to just be you take health, or you take a skill upgrade, or you take a... and like probably the more you take, the less benefit you get out of it, maybe. That's what seems to be the case. It used to be actually the exact opposite, where the more you took of something, it was like compound interest, you know? It gave you a bonus of 10%, but 10% of something that's already been upgraded by, you know, 10% 10 times is way higher than it otherwise would be. Impaler 2, plus 50% damage when your HP's at its maximum. Bow and infinite arrows, shots pierce the first target. I think I'll buy that. And I kind of like the Impaler here as well. Our HP is at maximum. It used to be extra damage when you were up against a wall, and that was like not really something that I thought was very good. But clearly, other people might feel differently now. So we should take this time to explore everything. How did we... There's the map. Alright. I'm starting to get back into the swing of it. And I'm not trying not to, like, push my own preconceived notions about what the game is like based on our, you know, previous time playing it without getting the opportunity to really understand what's going on here. You know, and see what's changed. Spike shield. Inflicts significant damage to blocked enemies. There are also branching paths, or at least multiple different ways to approach things the last time we played Dead Cells as well. So this led to a different area. I don't remember. Does this one lead to Poison Land? Realistically, we still should look for another weapon, because we're very unlikely to keep our maximum HP going as long as I would like, unfortunately. Other little minor stuff you might have forgotten about, by the way. Like, you do damage and stun when you break a door. You do damage and stun when you land on an enemy with, like, a stomp. You know, a hero landing. Toxic sewers. It is, I told you, poison sewers. Well, this stalemate could go on for milliseconds. But I do also recall we want to explore everything because there's an item room available. And look at this, pretty good first floor. Cursed Sword is just horrible. Oh, this is not Cursed Sword. Dagger of the Sadistic Cult. Critical blow if the victim is bleeding or poisoned. Obviously, we have nothing to assume that that's going to work out for us here. We're not going to take that because we're not stacked on green upgrades. I'm very happy to have a skill, and it's a red skill, which is an ice grenade. Is that it? Oh, don't drink that, you fool. I forgot we even had a healing potion at all. So I'm going to take it relatively simple, and I'm just going to go to the Promenade of the Condemned, which is what I call my middle school graduation dance. Dead for a while now. Looks like the Dark Souls remaster. Because I remember that this was previously the easiest path. How you doing? Oh, we got new things that we can invest ourselves into. You can transform the items you find on the ground or in chests into gold at 15% of the sale price. You can refresh the contents of a shop for a reasonable price. Unlocks a special item, the Hunter's Grenade. The grenade allows you to hunt for rare blueprints more easily. Well, first, let's get the shovel. And I guess we'll work towards recycling 1. Shovel 2. A swarm of biters crawls from your victim. Honestly... it seems like... What are you? I'm really happy I found this stinking pile of corpses. You can't even imagine all the stuff in here. Mutations. Choose one mutation. Every floor you get to change one mutation? Let's go Brutality. Plus 40 damage a second for 15 seconds after killing an enemy. You've reached the maximum number of mutations. You get one mutation after the first floor? Is that how that works? Dude, I got no idea. I'm stoked, though. I mean, so far, so good. Now, green door, I was kind of thinking, isn't that a shortcut to, like, the first boss? Apparently not. I'm glad that it isn't, to be honest with you. Try to remember a little bit about how Dead Cells actually work. So far, you know, it's come back to me pretty quickly. Certainly can't suggest that we got too much rust. We didn't take any... Oh, sealed 1 minute ago. We haven't taken any damage. On the first floor, at least. I love it. What are you? Extra brutality? Or survival? Ah, but you get like an extra bonus to your mutation. Is that, or does it give you a new mutation? I believe that's an extra bonus to our existing mutation. Alright, watch out. Oh, no! I need the heals now. I've lost my 50% damage bonus. And now I'm looking at these enemies and I'm like, are you a new enemy? Or are you a reskin of an existing enemy? I could heal to get my bonus back. To be honest, I'm gonna play a little cooler than that. If I need the bonus, dude, do I actually deserve the bonus? You ever think about that? I think our combo, unfortunately, is ended here. Very, very happy to have infinite arrows at the present moment. Remember, there's a little home on those arrows as well. So far, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the changes. Oh, beautiful. I wasted my freezing arrow. Doesn't just look nicer. Seems like there's a lot more depth as well. I was really expecting to just jump back in and be like, hey, I'm the roguelite master. I play all the roguelites, so it's not going to be a problem. Except for the cat hair on my nose. Freezes enemies when you parry. Deals a critical hit at maximum range. These are, on paper, better than our existing weapons. Like, they're a higher tier, but I don't know. I think what we got right now is good. I'm not trying to save money, because, you know, we have quite a lot of it. It's more like I like our current loadout, and we're going to try everything. That's the thing. Like, you get the opportunity to take 100 different weapons over the course of playing some Dead Cells. Might get, like, you know, 20 different items a run or something like that. I'm kind of digging the idea of this, like, bow and infinite blades setup here. I know we haven't approached this at all. Like, we've done a very traditional sort of Dead Cells run, at least until the present moment, which basically revolves around upgrading red and then just mashing X on an enemy until they die. You are a reskin of a previous enemy. I remember you. And you know what? You managed to get me. I'm gonna heal up a little bit. To maximum. Great news. Okay, we gotta take out the training dummy. Ooh, he got wise to my plan there. There we go. When I was playing before, and I'm not gonna say again that I'm like the master of Dead Cells, because it really did take me a long time to get any good at the game at all. But once you got the formula down, you're like, okay, strong sword, upgrade strength or skills, and like HP as little as possible beyond a certain like bare minimum threshold. Once you got that formula down, you were like set for life. So I'm hoping there's a little bit, you know, more variety as we get deeper and deeper in here. Sure, why not, you know? Get some extra cells, get closer to unlocks. That was the other thing. You know, it's early access, so I wasn't gonna rag on it, but we also kind of hit the end of the content that was in the previous game. And I don't know if that's how it works now. Like, previously there was no true final boss. You beat one boss, and then the game just goes, we don't have anything else. Which is fine. Again, you know, it's constantly been in development. Oil grenade. Enemies burn when they die. I think we want it. Usually it does some damage as well. Does it do damage? Damage plus 25%. Inflicts 66 damage, covers enemies in flammable oil. And then, I guess being covered in oil and then after that having the superlative effect where you burn when you die is probably going to be important for us. Key required. Gardener's key. Okay. Beats me. Assuming that's related to some of the quest type stuff that we never got to see the resolution for earlier. What is this? Projectiles burn the ground beneath them. Or projectile burn the ground beneath them. Throws a grenade. Are we really willing to get rid of anything for this? Ice grenade? Seems to synergize. So it just makes the other one disappear. Okay, cool. Losing ice grenade kind of stinks. But it could be worth it. That was not worth it. Okay, let's try this. So now it lights all of the ground on fire. And what's cool is the fire effect stacks as well. So we got a cool environmental synergy. I totally forgot these existed. Hey, stop hitting me, you jerk. It's one of the few roguelites. Like in Isaac, you know, you play with the run you're given. And I guess you do the same thing in Dead Cells. Like, I'm trying not to just fanboy over it, but I really do like the design of this game that, you know, you can have a turtley run in a roguelite. Like a genuinely turtley run. Not just the one in which you're like, okay, I have Gnawed Leaf and this is how I live my life now. You know, you can build in such a way that it's powerful while being defensive. I think it's a real triumph of the design. Okay, so we got a chance for perps. I mean, we don't dislike purples, but adding a little extra HP, I don't know, might be relevant, but sure, I'll increase my tactics. Let's... Not trying to make any enemies. I'll go with the game's suggestion. So I think the way that that works is that you get the choice between two different options, but one of them is heavily favored as a result of that being the color of the one that you took in the first place. Or that existed in the first place, rather. It's kind of a neat way to approach it. It's like, well, this is what it is. You could essentially get like a lesser version of it. That was dumb. If you want to. I'm gonna heal up. Hey, hey, stop that. Yo, we're rolling. I'm glad I got rid of the ice grenade. It was doing amazing things for us. That was so dumb. But, so is my newfound best friend. Friendship canceled with ice grenade. My new best friends are oil grenade and heavy turret with the projectiles burned beneath its superlative. It's a meme I don't expect is gonna roll off the tongue necessarily. We're trapped. Well, not trapped, so to speak, but we can't go up any higher in that direction. We can't go down that way either. So I'm confused. Did I miss a teleporter down there? Maybe. Or like, you know, an area teleporter. And I remember the feeling when you get like a Dead Cells run where the synergies just like completely pop. It's gorgeous. You know, especially because it's of your own creation and there's like many different varieties of runs that would work on any given run. But we're taking it a little slower than we used to as well. 22 minutes in here, we're on like the second biome. You know what we really need right now is a new starting weapon. Like our existing starting weapon. Well, not starting, you know what I mean. Our weapon from the first floor. What's my mutation again? About plus 53 damage per second for 15 seconds after killing an enemy. And does it stack? Does it scale? Is it secret? Is it safe? Maybe we can get a triple jump or something that lets us get up there. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm trying, alright? Trying to remember. Ossuary. I do remember the ossuary. That's like the difficult path to take. And then if we come up here, wasn't this the boss? I'd rather just fight the boss than just... Oh, it's the ramparts first. Okay. We'll go ramparts first. It's a nice, you know, in a roguelite, you don't always get a lot of excuses to take the easy way out. So I'm taking the easy way out right now. Recycling 1 is done. We can transform items we find on the ground or in chests into gold. Dude, recycling 2 is pretty cheap. I think you go there first. And then you, my friend. 1 mutation available. Interesting. Minus 43% countdown delay when using your skills seems great. But recovering 2 HP also seems amazing, especially because we have a build right now where you get extra damage. Quite a lot extra damage, actually. When your weapon is, or when your HP is full. So this seems like the right call for now. Still, I'd like to replace maybe even both of our weapons. It's just got to be a good situation. That's all I'm saying. And I remember the ramparts. It's like Bird City up here. It's the ossuary. I don't know what an ossuary. For some reason in my head, I was like, an ossuary is like a kind of museum with birds in it. that may or may not actually have any basis whatsoever in reality. Wow, immediately lost some HP. And this is where our lifesteal's supposed to come in handy. Remember, that wizard down there, he's a demon. And he can shoot bullets that go through the wall. Now, one thing you're just gonna have to accept. If you're watching Northernlion playing a game, he's many things. And this is not me talking about myself. I'm reading something written about me in a very prestigious newspaper, probably. He's erudite. Full of trenchant observations about, you know, modern living. What he's not is very observant. So, you're gonna have to accept that in all likelihood, your boy's gonna miss. No. Your boy is gonna miss some secret rooms, areas, and etceteras, etceteras. Let's go. It's just par for the course, alright? I know when you strike the wall... Oh, we're still a little slow. When you strike the wall, a rune shows up, and if you strike the rune, you get, you know, HP out of it. It's not that it's not the right thing to do, it's just... I don't care. Frontline shield, that's new. What it actually is I don't like secrets. I don't keep secrets from my friends. So I don't like it when a video game wants to make something secret either. I mean, if we respect each other, we shouldn't make it secret, right? We should just tell each other openly. I had a feeling there was one there, but so be it. Dude, we get HP back quite slowly from that lifesteal. Over time, it's worth quite a lot, I imagine, but to start with, not too amazing. Torch 4. The viscera of enemies, or of dead victims, explodes, inflicting 23 damage. I'm sorry, bow with infinite arrows. I think we have so much red damage, and we have so much fire synergy, that right now, to double down on that seems like the appropriate decision. Oh! Forgot about that. So what's our ideal engagement now? We open, we oil, we torch. And if the enemies are a little difficult, we might want to throw in the heavy turret as well. It's coming back to me, slowly but surely. I'm remembering how you play this game. We don't really throw a torch. Yeah, there we go. You want to make sure you actually hit him with it. It's actually a melee weapon. Okay. It's not a throwable. Honestly, hit me with a +1 survival here, you know? Plus 60% HP is hard to say no to. Elite Inquisitor. Not bad. I can live with it. He's rebelling. Don't face me down here, please. Just burn to death. Thank you. Thank you so much. Got a lot of cells. Lightning Bolt 5. Viscera of enemies explodes. I don't know. It's a high caliber weapon. I don't think we're interested, though. I think we already like our existing setup. So this is the boss fight. And dude, we've constructed what I would consider a pretty okay run so far. Just don't get cocky, don't lose your HP. I will admit, kind of came into this run with a little bit of chip on my shoulder. Because in my head I was like, when I finished Dead Cells, or when I stopped playing it last time, I had defeated the game. It's not to say that I'm smarter than the game. Brutality or survival. Okay, I mean, come on. Actually, we should go for better lifesteal, so fair enough. I think I had the traits all wrong. I think actually they offered 2 trait upgrades by default, and it's not like one is favored. It's just that one of them is more dominant in a visual sense, maybe. The other one takes the side of the screen that I can't see as well, I guess. And I gotta say, so far, I'm like, you know what? The old strategies that worked in Dead Cells, appear to be continuing to work here. Like, we're doing a bang-up job. Not royally messing things up early here. So the formula, if I remember correctly, used to be like, you want to have at least 8 HP, or 8 in skill, or whatever green is at this point, survival. And then you maximize one other category. Usually I went for red, or strength at that time. You can also do purple for skills. Is this a strictly better? Extra damage on a frozen target is irrelevant. Extra damage on a frozen target. Poison the victim. Not necessary. And I think we're done and we're ready to fight the boss now. So we're gonna, I don't know, we're gonna stick to our previous wisdom and see. I don't know, maybe this floor actually goes on a little longer than it used to. Which is fine by me. Like, at this point, more opportunity to glean some loot out of the situation. You jerk. You're a jerk. You're just a jerk. I don't actually think at this point. Well, first off, I don't actually think that guy's a jerk. He's just doing his part, you know? Yeah, there's definitely 2 attributes on that. I don't think there's much of a reason to use my halberd anymore. Or my impaler, whatever they choose to call it in this game. The torch is doing wonders. Maybe there's a second boss you can fight up here. And dude, I know I said like I want to do things the easy way for our first run back, but I mean, we're kind of already on the easy way, it seems. I'm a little scared, you know? It's like when you make a roguelite. If Van Ale can beat it on his first try back in a while, it's usually not a good sign, you know? Not exactly public enemy #1 for roguelite designers that tend to be kind of bad. I don't know, it's, even this, I was like, we're not even in the right area here. Well, let's pop down to the Black Bridge real quick. If we beat this boss, we'll probably end this episode here. Just because this is like roughly the, you know, 1/2 or 1/3 way through a run. Seems like a decent place to stop. We should have gone for the frontline shield probably, but here, give me a quick mutation. Sure. I mean, we don't care about, we don't have a ranged weapon, so give me less cooldown when using my skills. We did use 1 heal, didn't we? I think so. You know, meet the comp who can't be stopped, dude. We're crushing it. Not breaking any speedrun world records, but so far so good. So we want to throw that and throw that. Stack up 100 stacks of poison on him. Don't you dare. I remember you. Like the Sarah McLachlan song. You cannot defeat me through traditional means. It's a little rich considering I haven't played the game in months, but I feel like this guy has more HP than he used to. It took me like 3 weeks to be able to defeat this guy. So I hope you'll forgive me being a little bit cocky about defeating him now. And you're gonna say, how did it take you 3 weeks to defeat this guy? And all I can really say to that is, I know. Hey, stop jumping. Like, I mean, I can dodge you more or less all day. Hopefully. Not a good use of my HP. Oh my god, we could actually die and face punishment for our crimes. I'm exclusively letting my ranged weapons handle everything. Oh my god, my cockiness. Thank god whatever he was using for that AoE damage ran out at like the perfect time for myself there. Just be cool, it's going fine. Really brought it together at the end of the fight. You got to accept we were kind of running into trouble there, but By the end of the fight, I figured it out. What is that? Malik, oh, melee. Okay. I don't know what, I mean, I'm assuming it's just we punch, perhaps, but I thought the Hayabusa boots were melee. Anyway, I think it's going to do it for episode 1. I feel like I got back in the swing of things. We got no rush to finish it off quickly in this episode. Hey, Crawler. You're kind of small. Made it here alive, though. Well, alive, that's one way of looking things. I'm the blacksmith. I work here with the collector fellow. If you feel like upgrading your equipment, just hand over a few cells. Okay, so this is, you get to the second level. You give some cells to upgrade your equipment like Rogue Legacy style. I get it. I guess you can't upgrade, you can't buy other stuff. Like the stuff that we were upgrading before. That's cool that they've segmented it a little bit. They all cost 30. Man, that's a lot. What should we upgrade first? I feel like we would like to upgrade, perhaps, the Impaler first, because we're already there. Like, we already have it, and it's a primary weapon that seems appropriate. But anyway, for now... Oh, wait, now you're here! I was gonna give you my cells, dude. That's a mutation. We have another mutation? You've reached the maximum number of mutations. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. I totally forgot that we had a heal while fighting that boss, and that's why we need a little time to get the rust off. For now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, click the like button at the start of a new series. Helps out a great deal. Go pick up Dead Cells on Steam. It's updated a ton. Video description below is a link to that on the Steam store page. If you enjoyed it, click the like button, subscribe, click that bell, apparently, if you want to see more. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.